Hey everybody, Brava Chef Travis here, and today I'm going to show you how to make the tastiest, the crispiest, and the fastest bacon you have ever made using your Brava. We're going to cover a lot of topics today, from loading your tray to navigating the touchscreen to how to deal with different thicknesses and even touching up the bacon so you can personalize it so it's perfect for you every single time. The first step when cooking bacon is to find bacon on Brava's touchscreen. There's a couple of different places that you can do this. First, I'll show you the cook tile. Once you've selected the cook tile, you can navigate down until you see pork. And bacon will be your first option. You can also find bacon by using Brava's search button. So just click search here. You could certainly search for it by pork right here like we just did, or you can go up into the top and type in bacon. You'll see that it recognizes bacon, so I can just tap on bacon. And there it is. Now let's see all the different cuts of bacon that we can do. There's a number of different cuts of bacon that you can cook in Brava, from strips to bacon bits, all the way to a bacon weave. Today we're going to be cooking strips. As you work your way through Brava's cook flow, you'll see that there are all these little icons that you need to pay attention to, especially the first few times that you make bacon. Now, as you get more and more comfortable with Brava, you can skip through some of these screens because Brava is going to remember everything that you personalized. But let's go ahead and examine each one of these screens first. This screen is asking you how many slices of bacon to make. You can navigate down or up, anywhere from 2 to 6 slices. Now let's choose our doneness. You have the option of chewing either crispy or chewy. I prefer crispy. Now let's see how we can personalize our bacon. This screen with the little clock is your personalization screen. This allows you to either increase or decrease the amount of time that the bacon cooks. We recommend the first time that you make bacon that you use the default setting, but don't walk away from it. There's a lot of differences in bacon thickness, sugar content, and many other variables that can cause different brands of bacon to cook differently. So the first few times you make bacon, it's good to stand by Brava towards the end of the cook just to make sure that it doesn't overcook your bacon in case it's super thin. Once you see how your brand of bacon cooks on the default setting, you'll be able to adjust that the next time so that it's perfect for you every single time. This screen here is telling us which tray and which shelf to use. Here you can see that it's clearly saying that we should be on the bottom shelf because the arrow is pointing down and the tray icon is located in the bottom shelf. Last but not least, you have your final checkpoint. This confirms the different cut type that you've selected, the quantity, and the doneness, as well as the time adjustment. As you saw from Brava's touchscreen, we selected 6 slices of bacon. So now we need to load our tray. Typically, you can fit about 2 slices of bacon per zone. Some brands of bacon may be a little bit wider, in which case you might only be able to fit 5 slices. That's totally fine. If you can only fit 5 slices on there, just go ahead and select the 6 slice recipe program and it will work just fine for you. The same is true if you want to cook 3 slices of bacon. If you want to do 3 slices of bacon, I would select the 4 slices program. One other thing I want to cover has to do with overlap. I can see here that it might be a little bit tight to fit 2 strips of bacon in here. And so what I'm going to do is actually just very slightly overlap the slices. The good news about cooking bacon is that it's going to shrink while it cooks. And so to maximize the amount of bacon that you can cook on the tray, it's okay to have a very slight overlap like you see there, in case you can't fit all 6 slices on the tray. And this looks perfect. Now all we need to do is load the tray into Brava. We're going to put it on the bottom shelf, close the door, and all we need to do now is press the green button. All our bacon's cooking, and I can hear it sizzling away right now. It smells amazing. Let's talk a little bit about thickness. As you know, there's a couple of different thicknesses for bacon, usually thin or thick or regular and thick. We don't have settings for thin or thick bacon, and there's a reason why. It's because there's no standard for what a thick should be versus a thin. In some brands, thin sliced bacon is actually another brand's thick sliced bacon. and vice versa. There's so much wide range of the thickness there. There's no national standard. This isn't governed by the USDA or the FDA. So this is one of those things where we found it's better to test it first yourself and then to personalize it, because we find that most people find the brand of bacon that they like and they stick with it. And so once you have that brand really dialed in on your Brava, you never need to go personalize it again because it'll be perfect. You can also save these as custom cooks for different brands. So if you wanted to use a different custom cook for Black Label bacon versus Boar's Head bacon versus Farmer John bacon, you could certainly do that and save each one of those as a personalized recipe program or a custom cook. Again, we had thin bacon and thick bacon settings in the beginning of Brava, but we found very quickly through the community feedback that those standards were not holding up, and that what we thought was thick was somebody else's thin and vice versa. So we decided to simplify it. Oftentimes keeping things simple is the best way to go, and so we like the option of having one recipe program for all thicknesses of bacon, where you get to choose either crispy or chewy, and then you can even personalize from there. So between those things, you should have endless ways of personalizing the bacon so that it's perfect for you every single time. It smells really, really good, and you can see that bacon sizzling away. All right, our bacon just finished up. Bacon is one of the best things that you can cook in Brava, and it's also faster cooking in Brava than any other method. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today. We covered a lot of ground. We covered how to select the bacon and the different cuts of bacon on the Brava's touchscreen. We covered the different thicknesses. We covered how to load the tray. We also covered how to personalize your bacon using the personalization slider or using the Create Custom Cook feature at the end. So if you have any more questions about bacon, feel free to reach out to us anytime at hello@brava.com.